Hey, what's going on, guys? So first tip of this video, make sure you find the nearest balcony and just jump off. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. So I saw my tank video got a lot of engagement since I last posted it, which says to me that you all are hungry to learn more about this game. So I figured I'd make a video with some tips that you probably won't find elsewhere on YouTube. So without further ado, let's jump in. So as you can hear, there's a charger above us, and this is on the final map, No Mercy. Obviously, if you can kill the charger up here, you're pretty much good to go, but if you can't, you run the risk of getting depth charged. So right up here, I'm just climbing up the ladder and peeking to see where everyone's kind of positioned, and sure enough, the charger's in the perfect spot to do a little trick that I'm about to show you right now. So basically what we're doing here is we're going to throw the Molotov in a very specific area in order to make the flames appear above the roof and light the charger on fire. So as you can see, I'm trying to aim the Molotov to land right on top of that little yellow wheel, and that's going to produce the results that we're looking for. And as you can see, sure enough, boom, it's like magic. Charger's on fire, he's pretty pissed off, so he just suicides into us. And here's just another clip of me doing the same thing, but hopefully it illustrates it more clearly. It's probably bug abuse, but Valve's made it pretty clear that they don't care about this game anymore. So this next clip really highlights the importance of game sense and just knowing when the enemy infected team is up on their spawns and when they're not. In this case, they are up on their spawns, so I play extra cautiously to ensure that we don't get ambushed and separated from one another. So when I hear my teammate get grabbed by the smoker, I instantly anticipate that they have someone guarding him, ready to grab me. The takeaway from this is to put yourself in the shoes of the enemy team and think about what you would do from their perspective. So I just want to replay this one more time to illustrate the importance of what just happened there. So right here, as you can see, I instantly M2 the second I come up the ladder, anticipating them trying to grab me with whatever they have. So sure enough, they do have a jockey. He's coming towards me. I realize time's running out. I need to kill that smoker as fast as humanly possible. Thankfully, in this scenario, I was able to kill the smoker without getting grabbed by the jockey. But even if I did get grabbed by the jockey, by freeing my teammate, he is able to free me. Had I panicked and tried to shoot the jockey or M2 him and failed, my other two teammates would have gotten boomed, and it probably would have been a wipe from there. Key takeaway, save your teammates before killing anything else. So most of us already know that the Jockey is arguably the worst special infected that you could ever play as, just because of how easily he can get shut down and his lack of mobility compared to the Hunter. But here's a little tip that I can give you all to make playing the Jockey a little more effective. So there's a couple things going on there that I want to unpack. Let's replay that one more time. So there's two things going on right here, and I'll go through them one at a time. So the first thing is the jumping. I'm going to show you all how to gain that much momentum and put it into practice. So here's just another clip that shows it in action. So what you do is every time you left click jump, you try to anticipate when you're going to land, and then you press space. And on the next landing, you either press space again or left click in order to maintain your momentum. All right, so let's watch this in action and pay attention to my keyboard and mouse inputs as I jump. So as you can see, right before I land on Rochelle, I give her what I call a scratch jump. So it's super easy to do, so there's no reason not to do it. All you have to do is right before you're about to hop on them, just give them a scratch and it's free damage. So I'm about to show you all a little technique that's helped me earn my namesake. I wouldn't be called Jukes McGee if I didn't give you all some advice on how to juke. And stop. So this little maneuver can be done on stairs or really any angular surface where you have a vertical advantage over the tank. This guy's kind of an idiot, so he wastes his punches and lets me do it to him again. I would highly recommend not doing this against an experienced tank because they themselves would be using the same trick as a survivor. An important thing to remember is that hitboxes are very weird in this game. Sometimes you can land on the tank's head when you try to do this technique, and end up getting hit regardless of whether or not he's aiming up. So key takeaways: if you know there's stairs around when there's a tank coming, use them to your advantage and jump over the tank to confuse and avoid him. So this next tip I call charging the charger, and basically all you do is you grab a melee weapon like an axe and you bum rush him, and the second you get close enough to hit him, you just swing at him and kill him. So as you can see right here, my teammates are kind of hesitant because they don't want to get charged and then spat on. Me, I just say fuck it. As you can see with this charger, he's acting kind of timid and afraid to die. Don't be like this guy. Key takeaway: if you know they have a charger and you have a melee weapon, show some audacity and you might be surprised at how such an aggressive play can catch them with their pants down. So this next tip I have for you guys is how to negate any smoker. This is kind of an advanced technique. So how you do it is right as the smoker's tongue is about to hit you, you swing your melee weapon so that when it does make contact with you, you get to protect yourself and kill the smoker instead of him pulling you in. Right there. That's what I'm looking for. That little bit of pink that starts the tongue shooting towards you. I know by the distance between me and him roughly how long it's going to take for that tongue to get to me. As you can see, right away I pull out my SMG and shoot him down. This is definitely one of those techniques where practice makes perfect, and I encourage you all to try to do it. Even if it means you fail the first few times, eventually you might surprise yourself at how well you can hit that timing. So I'd highly recommend against doing this when you're close to the smoker. The closer you are to the smoker, the less time you have to try and predict when his tongue's going to hit you. So this next tip I have for you all is called the charger sandwich. It's pretty simple, so make note of where your tank is coming from and make sure that the survivors are in between you and the tank. Once you see your tank starting to commit, that's your signal to go in and then charge it from the rear. As you can see, this little technique can be absolutely backbreaking for the survivor team. That about wraps up the video. Be on the lookout for more videos. I've got another Versus compilation in the works, so stay tuned for that, and make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss it. Peace.